What up? What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome. You guys don't know who I am. My name is Donnell Lovely. I'm going to be on here actually talking about some things in a few minutes, but let me get my IG on so that I can make sure that I'm giving this information to the masses. If you, what's going on, guys? When y'all coming in, check in when y'all coming in for. What's going on, Brian? How you guys doing? What's going on, guys? What's up? What's going on, guys? What's going on? If you don't know me, my name is Donnell Lovely. I'm a tax strategist, business builder. I've been able to help people build and start and grow their business. Also save money on their taxes. Also get funding for money. But guys, I want you to share this video, because I've been having too many consultations with individuals, too many people hitting me up about all these different types of credits that they have no idea about. A lot of people saying that they're self-employed when they're not. A lot of people that are self-employed want to get specific credits and they don't qualify for it. People don't know if they qualify for credit. So I wanted to come on tonight, guys, to just do some explaining on these new types of credit and the new laws that are coming around this particular year and how it's affecting people's refunds, returns, audits, right, income, and those type of things, all right? So, guys, just give me a second and let me do my video here. Trying to go live, but something ain't right. Trying to go live here on Instagram on my phone. Somebody ain't gonna help me out. Somebody ain't gonna help me out. Okay. All right, there we go. What's going on? There we go. So I'm able to go live on Instagram. I'm on live on Facebook, guys. If you don't know me, my name is Donnell Lovely. If you think somebody needs to know this, share this video. I'm actually going to go live right now on my IG page so you guys can see. If you don't know me on IG, my name is Donnell Lovely on IG, and I'll be able to rock out with you guys on IG. All right. Give me a second here. I do. What's going on, IG? What's up, man? What's up? Your boy Donnell is in the house, man. I'm here on Instagram and IG, and Facebook and YouTube. So I got you right there. I got you down there, and I got my notes right here. All right. So, guys, if you don't know me, my name is Donnell Lovely. Again, I am owner of Refund Tax Solutions, Lovely Financial Services. How's everybody doing? Wanted to actually jump online and actually talk about these different types of new credits and deductions and all this good stuff coming down the pike in 2021 that was rolled over in 2022. Okay, the same thing rolled over in 2022. Now, I'm actually going to talk about the credit for sick leave and family leave for certain individuals that were self-employed. So if you were self-employed in 2021 from January 1st to December 31st of 2020, then I'm actually being able to talk to you because you are maybe be qualified for a specific type of credit. Now, this credit is a credit that is giving you dollar for dollar based on the number of days that you were sick, number of days that you couldn't perform your work, a number of days that your family member was sick, number of days that you was forced to self-quarantine or have a government quarantine order in your state, right, in this particular time. But share this with you guys. If you don't know who I am, my name is Donnell Lovely. Share this with your friends. Share this with your people. Share. What's going on, guys? Hello, Ashley. How are you? How you been doing? How's it going? Hey, what's Amber? How you doing? Y'all guys on IG. Tolbert, Financial Services. How you guys doing? What's going on, man? How's it going, Tolbert? How you guys doing on IG? What's up on Facebook? We actually here, man, chopping it up. Want to actually go over some of these different type of expenses and things. How you guys doing? North Memphis. What's up? How you guys doing over there? So yeah, so that's the problem. So let's find out what the issue is, right? So you guys may not know, but the Tax Cut and Jobs Act was put in 2017. Then we had another bill that was passed back in 2021 that was going to relieve American Rescue Plan, that was going to leave individuals that was suffering by COVID, business owners and individuals that was affected by COVID-19, giving them stimulus checks, giving them other avenues to be able to do credit. Also, they did not forget the small business owner. Okay, they did not forget the small business owner. The small business owner had options as well. They was able to get either a PUA from their state in their local county. They was getting a PUA, meaning that unemployment compensation, that extra $600. They was able to get what was called the Paycheck Protection Plan. That was up to a certain amount as well, based on the revenue that you had the year before, whether you was in business or not. They was able to get the EIDL loan and advances for being able to help them sustain their businesses, right? So we was able to get all these different types of bills passed through the American Rescue Plan. One of the other things that was carried over from the American Rescue Plan and it was extended was the form for for credits and sick and family leave credits for certain individuals on the business side. Okay, so now you get the same type of credit like the earned income credit, but now as a self-employed individual that had dependents, right, and you had to be out, working from home, and you couldn't actually do your day-to-day work, you was able to take this particular credit. Now, instead of having you may actually get a refund this year as well. Okay. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? You'll be able to get a refund for this year because you had to stay at home and you was unable to conduct your trade or business. Now, I want to go over exactly what the bill covers, okay? So what I wanted to do, guys, I wanted to actually understand who qualifies, okay? Who qualifies? And I'm actually reading it right from the publication form 7202, okay? Form 7202. Now, this form is called the credits for sick leave and family leave for certain self-employed individuals. Credit is called the sick leave and family leave for certain individuals, okay? Now, in this particular thing, it actually extended the credit that was ended back in 2020. Now extended it to 2021 as well. Now, here are some new things that extended it, right? If you had issues, if you had the credit leave is between April the 1st of 2021 to September 30th of 2021, right? New qualifications was a part of the sick leave that actually, if you had issues within that time frame, April 1st of 2021 through September 30th of 2021. That is a time period, all right? That is a time period. Now, the credit, what it actually does is you qualify. If you was in that particular window, you qualify for this particular credit. Now, what renders, right? Your record keeping must be documentation that you have these. Now, it doesn't be proof until you get audited. Now they want to see that you actually had those type of things. So I actually tell people to make sure that if you was out sick, if you was told to stay at home, if you had kids that was out and they was told to stay at home, you had some type of documentation, a letter, an email, like something for them to prove that you had to be at the house. Now, school shut down, things like that, we understand. People had to go home and self-quarantine for 10 days. We know those things, right? We know those things. Those things are pretty much a given. But at the time frame for this particular credit, it extended it on March 31st, but it was for April 1st through the 30th of September of 2021. Okay. Now, who qualifies for this particular credit? Now, eligible self-employed individuals, they qualify for this plan. What's going on, guys? How you doing? How you guys doing? Where you guys calling from? Checking in from? Let me know where you checking in from, and we're gonna get it going. Let me know where you guys checking in from on Facebook, and we're gonna get it going. So now, in order to be able to qualify for this, right? In order to be able to qualify for this, you want to have a couple things happen, right? You must be able to. You must have could not perform your regular trade or business, right? You cannot perform your regular trade or business, right? And you would have been ineligible to be able to have a sick leave or a family leave from your employer other than yourself, or you was not able to be able to do your due diligence. Now, let me get this perspective. Working from home doesn't qualify. If you can actually do your functionality from home, that does not qualify, right? If you were able to do your business and then you was not able to do it like on a basis, and you had to be at home and you weren't able to work, then that's what this credit is for. Now, if you stay at the house and you still able to do your work, then unfortunately this is not what it was meant to do. Now, will people do that? Of course they will. Will people still say that they had to be at the house, they may have these documents, but they could work from home and they still have this issue? Of course they will, right? We see it all the time. So, but again, we always want to make sure we have documentation. We also want to make sure that these things that we follow and you understand what they mean. So now when you actually time to have the burden of proof put on you, you can actually understand what it's talking about, okay? Now, the eligibility for these is as follows, right? Individually regularly carried and on a business and trade purposes are eligible as self-employed persons, right? If he or she carried on a trade or a business in a matter that they like a partnership, a corporation, a business, anything like that, any type of trade or business, then you fall in this category for eligibility to qualify as a qualified self-employed individual, right? Now, how does it work? What is the stipulations for this, right? So this is a form that you must fill out. It's called the 7202 form. Then this form is going to outline what they're asking for in the form. Now, most of the time people say you got to have a specific time period, a specific day. Now, I'm going to go just a little bit on the form, but for the most part, you want to get with someone to help you fill the form out. But again, for the most part, it's actually going into who qualifies for this, who does not qualify for this. If you was able to work while you were at home, you don't really qualify for that. If you was able to work when you was at home, you're not eligible. You're not an eligible self-employed individual. If you were not able to work from home for any one of these particular reasons as a self-employed individual, or if your child or your family member was not eligible, was not able to go to school or anything, like, you still qualify, okay? So just because you may not qualify as an individual doesn't mean that you don't qualify for the family part of it, because it's a sick credit and family credit as well. So if you had to stay home and take care of your family because they wasn't able to go to school, work, whatever, then that still comes into play, okay? So I don't want to make sure I'm misrepresenting anything, but I want to make sure we understand that it's a family affair and it's a thing. Now, you can't use the credit on both sections of it. So it's two sections, okay? There are two sections of this form. One is for the individual self-employed. One is for the family leave, okay? Now, in order to be able to understand what that means is the line 1 of the form asking you how many days were you unable to perform your duties, right? And it's going to go back. It's going to retroactively go back from the January 1 to March 31st. But again, it's going to actually eligible for the prior year. And then it's going to include the new year. Okay. So from January to March, how many days were you unable to perform your work, right? How many unable to perform your work? What from those days, from January 1, 2021 to March, how many days were you out unable to work, right? And you were you subject to a federal or a state quarantine, isolation order for COVID, right? Was you one of those, right? So that's another one, right? Were you advised by a healthcare provider to self quarantine, right? For those 10 days or 14 days, it was at one, now it's 10 days. Were you experiencing symptoms of COVID-19, seeking medical diagnostics, okay? Those are some of the things that you have, right? So if the days meet the requirement for both of them, then you're only going to use one of them, right? You're only going to use one of them. You're not going to use both sections of the form. Both sections of the form is made for, you're going to do either or, right? Either or. Now, some of the things that you can actually use for the both sections, if you were sick and your children were sick, then that fits on one of those two sections, right? So that's what we're talking about there. Now, the limit on the days has been allowed as well, right? So enter the number of days that you were unable to get sick for another relative, right? So they're going to ask about yourself, then they're going to ask about another individual. When they ask about another individual, then that's the time that you be able to tell them if you may not have been directly affected, but your child has been affected, your mother has been affected, your spouse has been affected, your anybody that you're taking care of in your immediate household has been affected, that you had to actually go and take care of, that was affected by COVID-19, and you had to be able to take care of them, okay? So maybe you will fit in that particular that box, okay? But we want to make sure we understand that, because we don't want to make any assumption, right? And then when we determine the amount, right, it is calculated based on the number of days. And let me show you exactly what it's talking about, right? So it's a 10-day period that's going to ask you in the first section of the box. You can't go over the 10 days for the sick leave for yourself from either April 1st, through the March. That's what it's talking about. Okay. Now, if you were able to have issues with the other one, your family, then that has a 50-day limit. Okay, that has a 50-day maximum. So if your family was out a number of days or whatever, now you can go up to the 50 days. Now, those are two different sections, and because it's so complicated, I would not advise people to do this on their own. I would advise people to be able to go to your professional, go whoever you go to, and help them, assist them with this, because they're going to ask you questions, and you have to know what you fall into, what the questions mean, so that you can answer them to the best of your ability, right? So they're going to say, what from January to March, how many days were you out? Now, you can say I was out 30 days, but it only can use 10 because of that time frame and the maximum on there. Now you can say, how many days were you affected, or your child was affected by the COVID-19? Anybody in your household? Were they out of school? Was it a state or local quarantine order? Was you ordered to self-mandate by yourself? What is the issue? What did you do? And if you don't remember, you can't recall, then we can't make up stuff. And you're gonna be like, man, I don't know, just put something in there. We don't do that, right? We have to be able to understand what we're doing, because these are documents that we have to sign. And these documents that you have to sign, and these are documents that we don't want to get ourselves in trouble or you in trouble for getting audited, having to show proof, having doctor's note. Now, if you had doctor's note, doctor's orders, anything like that, I would recommend that you actually take that document, those paperwork, to that tax professional to help them evaluate your situation accurately. Okay, so once you have that, then you have a 50-day limit for the particular family members that you have on your team. Okay, so guys. And then the second section allows you to have your family leave for your family, okay? And then it actually still goes through those dates from April 1st to September 30th, right? And that way you can be able to understand, okay, what is going on. Now, these credits are a lot, like they're a lot. So you can get up to I think $15,000 in credits. Let me look at the calculations real quick. They calculated for, yeah, so you get each day you get a certain amount of money, something like $250 a day, right? So if you're doing $250 a day times 50 days or 60 days, then that can add up pretty quickly to about $15,000. Okay. Now you can get $15,000 as a credit, a dollar for dollar credit. It's not a deduction. It's a credit. It's a credit like the child tax credit, the earned income credit. It's a credit. So it's a credit, meaning it's a dollar for dollar credit on your refund that you can get back. Now, if you qualify for anything, your refund will be more than average, right? But again, because we have to do these forms and being able to be so detailed and so organized with these forms, this form is going to cost you money. It's going to cost you maybe about $400 just for this particular form, not anything else. Okay, so just understand when the fee comes out for this particular form and the work that needs to go into this form and the understanding of the law behind this form, why is it so expensive for this particular form? Because we have to get it right. If we don't get it right, then we're going to have some issues and you're going to have some delays in your refunds and you're going to have some problems, okay? So we can get this form right. Go ahead and pay for it and be done with it. And now you're happy with your extraordinary credit that you get as a self-employed individual. As a self-employed individual that normally pays self-employment taxes and all these things. Now, it may reduce or eliminate your self-employment taxes as a whole, and then all that is just refund money coming back to you guys. All right? So, guys, I hope this helps. I hope this was informational, helpful. If you need help with this issues, if you need help with this, you can go ahead and DM me or click the link in my bio, book a strategy session with me, see how we can get on a phone call, do a consultation, see how we can help you. All right. My name is Donnell Lovely. I'm with Refund Tax Solutions. You also can give us a call and book a session that way. 256-808-2363. So you can book a session with us. All right. So guys, Facebook, appreciate your support. IG, love you. And I hope you guys having an awesome day and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.